Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. So, if you are wondering why we're here, randomly, out in the middle of nowhere, not exactly the middle of nowhere, in fact, Irem is literally right over here, and apparently right here is a place called Striketon, which, despite having been pretty close, I think we sailed through here, but when I came to this point, roughly, um, I discovered Striketon, and gained 50 fragments for it, which is I'm not crazy, right? That's more than usual. Usually you get 30. That's why I thought I need to discover two random locations somewhere to be able to afford that last bit of parabola linen. And, you know, I was totally going to go ahead. Yeah, we had Rucksager Straits discovered, but not Stratton. So there's that. It's also not actually going to be on the map. Well, I mean, it's not going to be discovered, this square bit, because that's just how it is. Actually, previously I had sailed all the way down here, hoping to find something, but there's actually just only open sea all the way down to Estival, so absolutely nothing to discover here, unfortunately. And then I figured, you know, there's Rucksager Straits, there is some land here. I just head over here and, you know, 5 seconds from Irem, I actually discovered the thing, and it gave me enough fragments to actually go ahead, you know, or rather go back, straight back to Irem. Like this. Oh, we want to turn lights back on. Oh. Oh, okay. Back in the green. Might not even gain terror from this. Yeah, alright. Okay, so. Yeah, I was just going to go ahead and, you know, see if I could grab those fragments real quick somewhere before I even start the episode. But, well, I mean, since it was literally right there, that was way better than I could have possibly hoped for. It did cost us a unit of fuel or so, but, you know, it's fine. We can actually go ahead, shop, buy the 5th bale of parabola linen in before some random event is going to give us another one. But, you know, if it does, that's fine. Then I'll just end up selling it or something. So, with that, we actually have enough linen to pick up the... I was almost said the demoness. No. Not that lady. The other lady. The Modiste, who might also be a demon for all I know. We'll see, I guess. Pick her up on the volcano island, Mount Palmerston. We might also be able to meet the demoness again by, you know, going there. Also, what I actually did is I looked up on the wiki, trying to avoid, you know, any spoilers, as many spoilers as I possibly could. Of course, you know, that's never guaranteed in such a case. But I think I don't think I got spoiled on anything. Definitely nothing major. I looked up where to get live specimens, because I know I got one, or no, that's not right. I got into a situation once where I think I could have acquired one. In fact, I'm not entirely sure where that was, because the page is actually kind of inconclusive. Not sure if the information there is entirely accurate. I hope it's just not complete and not actually wrong or contradictory. So the entry for live specimen lists a couple of potential locations, including buying it for 500 echoes at the bazaar, of course. Listing a couple of places that I just haven't been, and obviously I didn't look into any more details on those. I just, you know, I wanted to see if I could possibly acquire one in one of the places, in some place I had been, and ideally somewhere kind of nearby. And it turns out that one of the places listed is as a random encounter when exploring Mount Palmerston, where we are going to return to, which is also really near the Chapel of Lights, where we need that specimen. So, if the information is correct, hopefully, when we return there, we'll get another chance. I really hope I don't need to actually return to London before getting back to that island. Maybe having something awaits me is enough, or maybe that's not even required. I'm not entirely sure how this works. Still, I think something awaits me, if nothing else, will allow me to maybe interact with the demoness again and see if we have a suitable gift for her. I mean, probably not. I'm not really sure what that could possibly be. We don't really have... Well, we have a bunch of things, but I don't know if there is anything that she'd be interested in. But, you know, we might learn what that is, perhaps. Maybe she wants a pair of dice. That would be nice. Right. Or maybe a live specimen. Let's hope not. Anyway, so maybe, just maybe, we get it. We can actually get a live specimen there. And if not, I think the place that I'm thinking of was actually Port Cecil, where we're also going to be returning. To do, to explore more, but also to bring our octopus friend back. So, yeah, and then, I can just... Obviously, these events are random, so it'll require some reloading, but it should be possible to acquire a live specimen. And, almost anything is better than returning all the way back to London and paying another 500 echoes for another one, and then returning all the way back to Chapel of Lights. And, I mean, obviously, I don't even know... no, that's not him. I don't even know if his quest is even worth it, but, at the very least, I want to find out. Anyway, so that is that. Right. So we have the linen. We can definitely pick up another officer. We have the outlandish artifacts, don't we? Yes, we sure do. So we can advance that quest when we're back in London, and we might be able to acquire the second life specimen to actually do what we came all the way out here to do in the first place. So that would be awesome if that works out. Plus, as you can see, I only have one strange catch left. And that is because I actually was planning to, use both of them up to advance our Cook's quest. And I did it once, but then I had the idea of looking around for those fragments, so I guess that's what I did. Anyway, 45, if I'm not mistaken. And I guess we can just go ahead and... Why don't I click on him right here? Speak to... hand over a strange catch. Disappointment. Okay. Yeah. That means it was just wasted. It shouldn't really take that long. I don't know. It seems a little bit more likely to get a disappointment out of it, but... I guess I haven't really tried that many times, so it's kind of hard to tell. Go. Promise. Okay. Ah, yes. Good. He tastes a morsel on the tip of his knife and shudders. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure if this is the same bit of dialogue that we got for the first one, the first promise. Yeah, I really don't remember at all. That was a few days ago. An exquisite find, my captain. Like a devil's lips, searing, probably fatal, but utterly worth the risk. Okay. If you say so. The banished poissonnier wants to study butchery at the colonnade, where we have not been, so that's yet another reason to go to that place. The primary reason, I suppose, being to find Maybe's mother. Definitely this time around. Okay. Just to make sure... A squelch, then a quivering thunk. The banished poissonnier has thrown a strange catch across the galley, and then a knife. Is something wrong? Oh? I have this. Wait. A limitation. The ingredients are fine. It is my hands that are deficient. There are piquant jewels hiding in the vitals of these creatures, but I cannot extract them. One slip and the taste is contaminated. He paces the galley. I need to improve my butchery. Can you take me to the colonnade? No one knows more about gutting than the bone men. Okay. Right, so I guess we probably didn't need to have that little interaction because it didn't change any variables, but okay. Nice if we check that out anyway. Right, so now we actually have everything. I mean, I don't know. I could, while we are here, I could pick up more strange catches. Or at least a strange catch. You know what? Yeah, they're so cheap. I'm gonna pick up one. Because, they have come up as a requirement for stuff surprisingly often. And, just on the off chance. And if I end up not needing it, it wasn't expensive. If I need to, to sell it or throw it overboard to make some room for something else, like Sphinx Stone, I guess. Was it Sphinx Stone? Yeah, I think so. Back in the Salt Lions. Anyway, okay. Jesus, so that was a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And what is next? I think what's next is we head down in a very straight line to the Empire of Hands, because we have a passenger to deliver and plot to advance there, I guess. New things, new events to witness. And we do not have to return to Irem, thankfully, so I was a little bit worried about that, although, you know, the idea is to return to Chapel of Light, so and it's literally right there. But still, you know, every little bit of extra voyage we can avoid is always nice. So we want to go down to Empire of Hands, do whatever we do there, and then head straight over here, see if there's anything to discover. I guess we can dock at Khan's Shadow, because that was one of the two places, the two potential places where to acquire something or other for our gunner, I think. Maybe? It was Demo Island? Station 3? It was Station 3 or Khan's Shadow, right? One or the other? Oh, you know what? Now I remember. I knew there was something. There was something I saw but didn't really think about. Yep, the Sooth and Cooper long box. That's right. I don't know if I had really, you know, consciously seen it when looking at the shop a lot last time. I don't think I really discussed this at all, but this is what's required to be allowed entry into Station 3, right? It does cost 3 secrets, but I mean, I think we have more than 10 of those, and I never use those to actually increase my attributes, because it just never feels worth it. I mean, we have a couple, but not so many that I feel like, you know, exchanging 1 secret for 1 point of an attribute increase ever feels really worth it. I'm probably wrong about that. That might be their main reason. I mean, their main use. The only other main use for secrets has been to do shopping in this exact shop here. Yeah. Anyway, so, right. I almost forgot about that, actually. But I did want to pick up one of these. Anyway, yeah, don't know about Khan's Shadow, then. I mean, maybe you do have to visit both those places. Also, can I actually find that real quick? Empire of Hands, favors, learning, solo secret from the dreams of the Stone Pigs. Yeah, I mean, we're in all likelihood not going to advance this quest, because it just, the things that it needs towards the end there are just insane. And of course, all officer quests might in the end lead to something of comparable complexity and difficulty. But, you know, just advancing the quests to that point is worth doing just to experience it, because, you know, because of all the weirdness and the interesting interactions along the way. So that's perfectly okay. Take the seal to the Heart Metal Smith at Station 3. Okay, it specifically says Station 3. I'm pretty sure at some point some kind of quest asked us to go, or to, you know, attempt getting something at either Station 3 or Khan's Shadow. What will she become? What will she become? I don't know. Adam's Way, right. That's one of the places we haven't been at that we want to go to, obviously. Kelonate, yep. Likewise. And likewise, Kelonate. Lineage. Yep. Maybe the Kelonate, maybe Naples. Actually, I never noticed that there's a section listing the remaining places to check. God, what if you actually do have to... No, surely not. I mean, you could succeed at any of those places. We just haven't actually succeeded yet. We happen to just fail naturally and get some sort of reward out of it. But yeah. If I can do it at the Kelonate, I will. Memoirs, Sunstroke, Quality of Lodgings, Your Own Sweet Skin. Right. Natural Philosopher, of course, Menaces. Suspicion, whatever. I mean, I suppose I could revisit Nuncio and see if I can do something more there. Objectives, Ambition, yes, well. We have done that. We are going to visit her again. pretty soon, I suppose. Well, kind of soon, if everything goes according to plan. Kingdom not happening, most likely. The Impeller. Yes, well, that's the thing I'm right. Not gonna do. The Unsettling Sage. Ah, yes. Well, I mean, that's also for the tireless mechanics, so I guess I'm gonna go there and see, go stop by Wisdom at some point, just to see, just to, you know, see how this prison break goes. Again, not because I'm necessarily getting something worthwhile out of it, or I'm planning to do anything with the results of it, but just to experience it. We will be able to do this when we go back to London. What was this one all about? We want to... Wait. Do we have the... Did we pick up the follow-up quest to this, or did I somehow decide not to? Or is that the lady... No. There's so much going on. Monkey business. Just for dignity has never happened. Right. Acquaintance, no. Just a similar looking lady. No, well, it's a lady, you know. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, I guess. Delightful adventuress. Yeah, I don't know. We picked her up to bring her to the Empire of Hands, but I don't think that's related to the whole deliver tomb colonists questline. No, that's obviously something else entirely. Never mind. Pigmode Isle, we want to stop by there, I guess, and see what has changed. We want to go to Principal's End for reasons... Not sure what I need to do to actually advance or do anything with this romance. I suppose just go to London and spend time there, spend the night there, or, you know, go carousing or whatever. Visage, well, I suppose I probably want to go there, back there. It seems like there was more stuff to do. Not sure if you need to do something else, something specific to trigger these kinds of quest lines to continue, like Visage, Principal's End, I suppose. Although that might have to do with actually pursuing the Nacreous Outcasts questline, but also Empire of Hands. Maybe in order to advance that, you actually have to deliver the Adventurous. Maybe that's what triggers things. In that case, maybe revisiting Visage without another reason to do so, without anything to do there, isn't going to do anything for me. I don't know. What was I actually looking for? I don't even remember. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Oh yeah, Nuncia is another place that I, you know, not what I was looking for, I think. But anyway, let's just go. Let's just freaking go. Let's just double hit E as I do, instead of double hitting W. Right, and I guess I'm just going to pause recording real quick until I make my way safely and soundly to the Empire of Hands, I suppose, unless something else happens along the way, of course. Alright, and we're approaching the Empire of Hands. So this trip was pretty uneventful. It still took me a pretty long time in real time because I stopped by Astival, because I might as well. I actually, at first, wasn't going to, for no particular reason. Which would have been pretty stupid because, of course, well, port report, you know, is always the thing to pick up, especially, well, definitely for places that are literally in our way, like Astival was. Also, I completely forgot until I actually approached the island that the first time I was there, there was an option to just gather supplies for free, basically. And yeah, a huge amount of supplies, actually. More than we could carry, as it turns out. But yeah, I filled up my hold completely with supplies while I was there. And I also, there was an option to comb the beach for stuff, and, well, I kept getting the same uninteresting items. I was hoping that maybe there could be a possibility to capture a live specimen or something, but that did not appear to be the case, or it's extremely rare or something. Either way, I spent a bunch of time just, you know, exploring the options given there, and yeah, well, I didn't find anything more interesting than just picking up a bunch of free supplies. So I did that. I would have preferred fuel, to be honest, but, you know, I think we got 5 or 6 supplies out of it or something. I think we were at 9. Well, you know, it's fine. Anyway, Empire of Hands, a delightful welcome. The delightful adventurers leans over the rail of the ship, sniffing the humid air with evident distaste. What a filthy, damp little place. Oh well, we shall endure. At the sight of the mayor hobbling up, she straightens. Ah, a thin, insincere smile spreads across her face. Ah, you there, my good primitive, she calls, striding down the ramp and clasping his arm tight. Now then, I come in search of your first Emperor's vault, and for that I shall be needing a few things. Some of your finest workers and tools, and some food. Do you understand me? She shakes her head, barely waiting for a response. F-O-O-D, she repeats. Comprenas? Oh dear, I see we shall be here for a while. Listen, I hear you fellows rather like souls. Shall we discuss that like higher primates? Wow, what a completely insufferable person. And unfortunately, pretty accurate as to how certain people used to behave, I guess. You know, back in colonial times. Anyway, payment for the journey. Barnabas stays to settle up while his mistress negotiates the value of her soul with the mayor. Well, good luck with that. A man with no face. Barnabas removes his mask with what looks to be a silent moment of great relief. Underneath is nothing, just a flat surface where his face should have been. Ah, an unfinished clayman. One of those flawed products of Polythreme that follow their own rules. If only you'd known that before he boarded. Of course, that's why the adventurers never mentioned it. Why? He silently presents you with your agreed fee, dips his head in a polite bow, and lumbers back to his mistress. It appears she has struck a deal with the mayor. The delightful adventurers will establish a base camp on Fountainhead Isle. She welcomes your assistance as one who has proven to be not entirely useless. Nice. Okay, we got 200 echoes back. Slightly reducing our overall losses so far. Empire of Hands, monkey business quality is now 20. Sure. And we have one more cargo space. Awesome. Okay, well, that all happened before I even had a chance to save, but I am going to save this, obviously. And were there shops here? No. No shipyard either, as expected. Sailing the Empire of Hands, Port Stanton. We call for help, can't do that. Shore leave. Did we do this last time? Audience with the civilized mayor. Talk business? Why, yes, of course we shall. But after a cup of tea, one must do these things correctly. Right. The Zeppelin. I don't suppose we can do anything... Yeah, no. Wait. Unlocked? Okay, right. So, until we have more than 29 in this quality, we're gonna be rejected. Just like last time. Yeah. Fair enough. Compile a port report, though. Hold on. Okay, where was I? Where was I? Just looking at the compile port report option, I think. I suppose we can do this either way. Monkey Business. Okay, so we need to have at least Monkey Business 10. And after that, we'll always be able to gather one. So, okay. We call for help. We can do shore leave. We could do. So, it's so confusing when they reuse icons for different things. But okay. No, this has nothing to do with the Judgment's Egg. An audience with the civilized mayor. We have done this. I think I have explored the option of letting them steal my soul, and then decided against it because it didn't seem like a particularly good idea, I think. I did save after the lady went off board. Polite welcome, darling, do come in. Darling, do come in, the civilized mayor purrs. Whatever can I do for you? The souls of the delightful adventurers sits comfortably in him, a four-souled ape of cold ambition and very few scruples. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, obviously that's new. Sell your soul to the mayor, acquire fresh supplies for 20 echoes. Okay, that's the normal price, the London price, right? Yes. Huh. Was that more expensive last time? Acquire emergency fuel. Okay. Obviously, I will still not sell my soul. That seems like a very stupid idea. Or potentially very interesting. But, you know, parasitic jungle. I mean, this will use up my something awaits you. What if I Zail the Empire of Hands? Travel to Sovereign Island. Demand a gift worthy of the Emperor to open their court. Okay. So that also unlocks at 29 or at 30, I suppose. Travel to Hearthsake Village. The cannibals always have a seat at their table. The Lost Treasure Hunter has much to trade. I mean, I think I visited there and there was just absolutely nothing to do. And nothing happened. Despite this sounding very ominous with all the, you know, cannibalism stuff. Then again, we didn't have 20 before, right? Yeah, it increased to 20 on this most recent visit. So let's do this, I guess. A cold expanse of water. It is strange after so long on a real ship to be so close to the surface of the sea that you could run your hand through it. Not that this would be a good idea. The Lost Treasure Hunter. Okay. It was not madness that drove these pirates to cannibalism, but years of being shipwrecked without the comfort of meat. After a while, any meat would do. Nice. Join a raid on the Empire of Hands. Ooh, the cannibals often raid the mainland for both supplies and sport. The more the merrier, you are told. Okay, these people are something. Be careful, you stand a chance of getting wounded. High risk challenge. Yeah, it does seem pretty risky. I can't have more than 10 supplies. That's interesting. So I have to be relatively desperate, I suppose, for supplies, or else I can't even decide to participate in this clearly stupid idea. Right. No more than 2. Wait. So I could do this with 2 wounds, but at the 3rd wound you die, so you could never actually have this not fulfilled, right? Am I... Or am I the stupid one here? No more than 2. But 2 would be okay. But at more than 2, I would be dead. So, yeah, I don't know. That makes no sense to me. The Lost Treasure Hunter. He joined the pirates to see the Z. Now he just hopes to one day see something he recognizes. Well, I don't have an ancient-ish treasure map. Ancient-ish. Right. Let's go with this. Ahoy, how goes your search? He asks. Find anything? It is a voice that so badly wants the answer to be no. His adventures have left him with many tools for finding gold and glory. A sense of direction is not one of them. Trade supplies for foxfire candles. Don't tell the others, but I still can't bring myself to eat like they do. I pretend, but it's a good thing there's berries. Wouldn't say no to something a bit more. Okay. I mean, I'm tempted to give him some supplies, even though I'm not necessarily interested in the candles he offers. Just, you know, just to be nice. I'd give him some supplies. Quite recent news for dynamite. What? Sticks of dynamite? Well, I certainly don't have those. Or recent news. You have a newspaper? At least I won't feel entirely lost when I finally get back home. Trade a live specimen for a flare. Yeah, that seems like a very, very bad trade. I would happily trade the other way around, because I happen to have a flare. The chaps will sometimes eat fish if it falls in their laps. He looks hopeful. Do you have any that could be carefully thrown? Trade stories with a lost treasure hunter. He has survived many adventures, so have you. Trade 10 Tales of Terror for 10 Z stories. I have that, but not the wine. I'm not sure if I would trade that, honestly. Although, I have been coming across many more Tales of Terror than anything else, which makes sense in this place, you know. the Untersee in general, I suppose. Persuade him to give you his map. It could be a profitable kindness. Delightful Archaeology 50. What? How does that even get increased? And a Searing Enigma. Okay. I thought I was going to get that map no matter what, but I suppose not. No, it was just a prerequisite that we couldn't have the map already. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to do this. Yeah, 1 supplies for 1 Foxfire candle. They might be more expensive in London, technically, than a unit of supplies, so... Okay. And they have been required occasionally, and I still just never picked one up. Because, I don't know. Why exactly? I suppose now we have one. Huh. Did that do anything for me? Not that I can tell. Okay. Still, I'm pretty sure this interaction wasn't even here before. This one definitely wasn't. Okay, well. Smooth, easy trip. And I guess ultimately there wasn't anything to explore there. Okay, well. Yeah, I don't know. Travel to Fountainhead Island. Ancient tombs and buried treasure await on this island. An old sea shanty finds your tongue as you row, and left him treading water, all for the sake of the night he shared with the rubbery captain's daughter. Okay, swiftly growing vegetation keeps a thick forest wrapped around variably ancient ruins. Even the yet-to-be-plundered ones are heavily scarred with crowbar marks. Visit the delightful adventurer's camp. Obviously that has to be new, a treasure hunt. Secrets are buried here, ready to be uncovered, and that's what we need the ancient treasure map for. That makes sense. Okay, well, let's do this. With a small army of monkeys bought with her soul, she excavates the vault of the first emperor. Through the forest. The delightful adventuress, helped by her faceless clayman bodyguard Barnabas and a small group of worker monkeys hired for the price of her soul, works to excavate the vault of the first emperor. A gift for the monkey emperor. The delightful adventuress has already uncovered and put aside many treasures. A small statue amongst them looks particularly interesting. Okay. Could just speak with her? Oh, delightful archaeology. Okay, so this, I guess, interaction with her is going to increase this quality, which makes sense. To the vault. Its stone entrance dominates a small clearing. Let's take a look. Oh, okay, that has increased to 1 now. It may look centuries old, but this entryway is relatively new. The monkeys can never leave alone, always... The monkeys can never leave alone, always adding bits on as their whims demand. The monkeys can never leave alone? Leave it alone? Leave... I don't know. Anyway, that changed. This tribute to the Empire's first and greatest has been constructed over generations by monkeys working with stolen ideas of what an ancient tomb should be. Right. Outside the vault, the delightful adventuress flits back and forth between her base camp and the vault entrance. Okay, so this has to be exactly 1. Okay, let's just see. I don't know. This place is confusing. To rush, darling, is to court tragedy. The delightful adventuress pays barely any attention to you as she prepares. She is not yet ready to open the vault. You should return later when she has a chance to organize her monkey workers. This may take a while. Okay. Wait. Visit her camp? Wait, this is not going to do anything, right? No. Leave it to her work. The Zeppelin could be an opportunity, yes. Visit her camp. Through the forest. Speak with her. A flustered circus mistress. Oh, it's you, of course. Help me with these blasted maps, would you? The monkeys are quite clueless. She shakes her head. They claim our souls uplift them, but if you ask me, it's just a case of monkey see, monkey do. Can you believe they think that Zeppelin of theirs will let them create a new empire? Wait, you there. Take that out of your mouth. It's this very second. Okay. Well, let's see what this is all about then. Nobody's watching. Wait, what? Oh. At least you don't think so. I sure hope not. Guess the game didn't even let me, give me a chance to back off. It is hard to tell, with Barnabas's blank face giving nothing away. Can he see? He seems to be able to, somehow. In any event, he makes no move to raise an alarm as you take the small trinket. Okay. Well then, I guess we'll just leave. Slip away. Right, can't treasure hunt yet. Return to the boat. Travel to Sovereign Island? Quiet yet exhausting affair. Gain access to the court. Well, we definitely couldn't do that last time. The gates are guarded by 2 armored monkeys that would look adorable if not for the blood on their bayonets. Humans are not welcome without an invitation or a worthy gift, which we happen to have. Though wild-wheeled court. The stench and heat as the gates open are a sucker punch to your senses. Inside, the stagnant air of the windowless wood palace hangs with sweat and tastes of hair. Everything is filthy and every surface used. The apes as likely to swing across the roof as walk the floors. In prized oases of relative calm, the high-souled conduct themselves with the poise of highborn lords and ladies. Around them, their barely uplifted lessers scamper around exhausted, taking orders and cruelties from all who care to dispense them. In the middle are countless more, a sea of apes longing for advancement and fighting for what they have with tooth, claw, and low cunning. Alright. Hey, we're at 30 now. Your Empire of Hands Wild Wheeled status quality is now 5. Nice. Summoned by the Emperor. Ooh. To step into his throne room is to step into another world. Wait. Emperor Crispin IV holds court in the heart of his palace. None may speak without permission, but the voice of the Emperor is still the least heard of all. Okay. To step into his throne room is to step into another world, a polished one of cool and blessed quiet that already feels as alien as it is pleasant. An official welcome. The Emperor sits on his throne wrapped in robes of violet and wearing an ornate golden mask. He remains motionless, silent. He could be mistaken for a statue if not for an almost imperceptible nod to grant his seneschal permission to speak in his name. She approaches, arms folded in the red-trimmed yellow robes of a court mandarin. Her expression is carefully blank, the chestnut hair on her face powdered alabaster white and decorated with exquisite detail in red and black. The rings on her fingers mark her as a 10-souled ape, a status even the Admiralty can respect. She bows before you, a complicated ritual display of sweeping sleeves that somehow never breaks eye contact. Finished, she waits for your response. Okay, it's now 31. Return the bow. Oh boy. Oh bow. Huh. You are, after all, in front of an emperor. I mean, I should at least try? A curtsy instead, which is equally difficult? This is your preferred way to express respect. And I guess kind of appropriate for a lady captain, but then again, who knows what the monkeys would find appropriate. I should at least try, right? Return the bow, I guess. Huh. A flicker of disapproval. Did you do something wrong? It appears so. Be that as it may, there is business to discuss. I mean, you'd think that they would at least appreciate me trying, but then again... But surely remaining motionless would not have been the right solution here. So, how does that make sense? If even... I mean, I don't know how you can just mess up bowing in the first place. Except by maybe not bowing deeply enough or something, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, there was a chance to somehow not earn their disapproval. But I didn't do that. The Great Exodus. The exquisite seneschal requests your assistance to supply the Empire of Han's great work, a zeppelin that will take them to a new home far away from here. Okay. Materials for the journey. You point out that the Admiralty has the Empire of Han's both under embargo and quarantined. The only thing worse to be caught doing here than supplying them would help... The only thing worse to be caught doing here than supplying them would be helping them escape their confinement. Have your people not already caused us enough pain, she demands? We starve, and you would prevent us being fed. We thirst to explore, and you cage us like animals. Why? For what fine purpose? What threat are we to you, who happily dine with devils? She shakes her head, almost with pity. What could you possibly see in us that shames you so? Well, I don't know. You will help the apes complete their zeppelin. What does that even entail? I mean, sure, just because it's by far the more interesting option. We'll do this. Or, you know, we'll see if we actually do anything with it. The exquisite seneschal bows again, deeper. With a pair of servants to row the boat, she takes you to the Zeppelin site in Port Stanton. It was originally the project of a traveler from afar hoping to travel east, who encountered an accident. In his plans and engine, however, the monkeys saw their opportunity. The great exodus will require supplies and fuel, of course, she explains. She explains the exquisite seneschal. We also seek souls to uplift our brethren that they may join the work. You will of course be reasonably compensated for your expenses and rewarded upon completion. She also hints that there may be faster ways to complete the Zeppelin. To say more, though, would require a level of trust that you have not yet earned. Well, okay, quality is all the way up to 40. The Zeppelin is not complete. It's time to return to the exquisite seneschal for your reward. The apes will handle the final details. Okay, 100 supplies, 100 souls, and 100 fuel. Right. So all of those have to be met. I can't just supply only one thing and eventually they'll acquire the rest. So yeah, that's a tough one. Okay. Also, these icons look identical. Both the... Wait. Oh no, never mind. They are identical. Because I can actually contribute. But yeah, I'm just not going to because, I don't know, I have no... Well, at least for now, I don't have any plans of acquiring crates of human souls. I don't even know how I would do that, to be honest. I think I've seen... I mean, I've seen in London where I could have sold them if I just happened to have any, but I didn't. I'm not sure I've seen where to acquire crates of human souls. Maybe I did, but... Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this does seem interesting, and I wonder if there is maybe an option to accompany them, although, I don't know. Would they want that? Would I want that? That's the other... Well, yes, I would, just to experience it, I guess. But I don't see why the monkeys or apes would allow anyone to accompany them on their exodus. Oh, cat, please. Anyway, yeah, but I just don't see contributing these numbers of things, 2 crates of human souls at a time for 100. That's just nuts. Yeah, I don't know. It's something, I guess. I don't know if I'll ever find myself in a situation in this game where those things don't seem absolutely and ridiculously out of reach. Well, that leaves us with maybe exploring shore leave. I'm really not sure if that's what that could possibly do for us. I mean, how that could screw us. And you'll save. We're going to save over this though, because yeah, while a lot of stuff happened, nothing immediately bad happened, unless of course simply agreeing to help the monkeys, not outright refusing their request. Somehow going to screw me. I don't know. It didn't seem like it, but who knows? Maybe the Admiralty is gonna know somehow, and I don't know. We'll see. Shore leave. A walk in the woods. An ambush. Is that exactly what happened? Oh. Interesting. Maybe that happened the first time around, or last time I was here, or whatever. The twisting paths of the jungle have led far from port into a dark claustrophobia of trees and mushrooms. The party of savage one-soul apes backs you into a corner, its leader sniffing you with an avaricious hunger. It grins, it lunges. Hours later you awake and something is missing. Well, that's cool. Not even a skill check or anything? Yeah, well... You know what? I mean, it did seem like a bad idea, to be fair. But to have the only correct choice be not even checking out this option. We'll see if it's always the same. Walk in the woods. Yeah, it's exactly the same. One more attempt just to see. But maybe that's just how it is. Well, I mean, this doesn't really prove it, but it proves it sufficiently, I'd say. So, yeah, nothing more to do here. But we did deliver the adventuress. She's doing something here now. Although, wait, our quality has increased. Hold on, perhaps not. Can we do something else now? Travel to the Wild Wild Court. No more than 40. I have 10. Can I do something else here? A visitor in court. Okay, maybe we're not done here. Your wanderings bring you to the cramped laboratory of the Imperial Alchemist, wreathed in the smells of honey, wax, and lacquer. Or the Silent Gallery. Wow, there's tons of stuff to do here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna leave for now, and we're gonna keep exploring here next time, I suppose, because I'd rather not have this episode go a lot longer, and, well, it seems like there's actually a lot more stuff to do here. Like, all those options at the court, which I didn't even expect, but also, I think there should be new things to do now with the adventurers. Now that I think about it, because I think there were things that required 30 or more of the, of the variable here. So, yeah, we'll take a look at those things next time. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.